Initially, like when I first walked into this movie, I just completely ignored the thing about based on a true story because they always say this, it's always a lie. And if I'm going to be upset about that, I'm going to be upset with the entire genre pretty much. That's a bridge too far for me. I still want to enjoy these movies. So I just ignore them and just write it off as bullshit marketing. And then I realized that this is based on the Warren cases. This is very much claiming to be what the Warrens experience, that the Warrens are real people and they're claiming that all of this is real. And then each of the movies ends with the actual recordings, right? Like you see the pictures of the real people, you hear recordings of interviews or when they try to do the exorcism or when they say the prayers and all of that. And this is like, that means it presents itself like a biopic or something like that, right? Something that is like when you watch like a biopic, they will show like the real people at the end, or they will say, okay, this is how these characters ended up and all of that, right? It connects it back to the reality or like real history. And they're doing the same thing with the Conjuring movies, right? They are saying, this is not just a ghost movie, this is what really happened. And when we said, this is based on a real story, we meant it, right? And here are the receipts, here's the evidence, right? And they do that at the end of each of the 2 movies I've seen. I really, really resent it if a movie lies to me. If you are claiming this is real and you are taking several steps further where you show the real people at the end, now my expectation is this is actually real. And now I'm going to scrutinize what you claimed in the movie, right, and what you portrayed. There's like several layers here. On the one hand, did the Warrens really do this? And like for the most part, they did. Although there are, like if you talk to other paranormal investigators, they will often say, yeah, the Warrens showed up for a day, did some stuff and left, and we did the extra investigation. Like there's not many people who like the Warrens, apparently, who worked with them. So that is part of it, right? So the story the Warrens tell already has some question marks, and I've not dug into them in enough detail to know which part of it is real and which isn't. But it's like, you don't have to go to the skeptics to get criticism of the Warrens. You can just go to people who worked with them and who knew them to get that kind of criticism in many cases. And then you have what the movie portrays about it, which is still further removed from what really happened, right? So there's like layers here of truth and half-truth and making stuff up and summarizing and sensationalizing. And I've not firmly landed on this movie is unethical for lying to the audience, right? Like that would be a step too far. But there's something here, right? Where if they would just say, look, the Warrens are telling the story and it's a cool story, it's an amazing story, and we're gonna retell the story as they told it to us. No complaints at all. Just do that and be honest about it. But the minute you actually present this as this is real, that's where I have higher expectations. And that's where it gets a little dicier.